Hello everybody, Shabbat Shalom. Today is Naso, Parasha Naso, which is in Numbers, the fourth book, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. You can remember it, General Electric Lights Never Die, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, the same first letters. And then we're in chapter 6 of Numbers and verse 22 onwards. And what we see here is the threefold benediction that Aaron gives to the people of Israel. And so Moses tells Aaron, and Aaron tells the children of Israel. The high priest gives the blessing. So the blessing goes, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and safeguard you. May God illuminate his countenance for you and be gracious to you. May God turn his countenance to you and establish peace for you. I'm just reading out of one of my other translations. And if I read out of my Tanakh, then it says, the Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face to shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. And when you're depressed, when you need something, even when you're not depressed, when you're high, when you're happy, when you're sad, it doesn't matter. This is in the morning blessings, the Shacharit service, the morning service. It's in various services. It's a very important blessing. It's something that you can say at home, you say it to your children, and you can say it to your friends, you can say it to your parents, and you can say, may the Lord bless you and protect you. And a blessing, you get a blessing when you accept wisdom. So if I give you advice and you take it and it works, it's a blessing. And if I give you advice and you don't take it, it's not a blessing. And so I want the wisdom I give you to protect you and bless you. I'd like you to take my advice if you want to. It's up to you. And if you take it, I want it to protect you. And I want God to be involved with wisdom, so that the wisdom becomes blessing and protects you. And the wisdom could be not just from me or from your friends or from your parents, but obviously the wisdom from Torah, the wisdom from studying the Old Testament. And if we study the Torah every day, just for 5 minutes, open the Bible, read the Old Testament. Or if you're Christian, you can read the New Testament. Or if you're Muslim, you can read the Muslim books. I've actually got one here. The Holy Quran, the screen book over here. And whatever culture you are, whatever tradition you are, you can take out your holy book and you can read it for 5 minutes a day. And when you do that, you will experience wisdom and protection. And then we ask that God deals kindly and graciously with us. That God is kind to us. And obviously that we're kind to each other. We can be generous to each other. We can give each other the benefit of the doubt. We can be gracious to each other. Let's see what gracious means. Gracious. Gracious means courteous, kind, pleasant. Gracious has got the word grace in it. Grace. Grace is the breath of God. May you feel the breath of God on your body. May you feel the breath of God on your face. The word panav over here, panav, God's face, is actually God's cheek. May you feel God's cheeks next to your cheeks. May God deal kindly. May He give you a good hand in life. And may you feel God's grace, not just God's wisdom, not just God's blessing and protection, but God's kindness and God's graciousness, God's breath on your body. And then may God bestow divine favor upon you and grant you peace. May you find favor under God. If you ask God for money, you're not going to get it. If you ask God for wisdom, you're going to get it. Might not get it immediately, but it's guaranteed when you ask God, I need wisdom. And the story of Solomon comes to mind. When God says to Solomon, when Solomon becomes the king of Israel, God says, what do you want? Do you want women? Do you want money? Do you want gold? Do you want land? Do you want kingdoms? What do you want? And all Solomon says, please bless me with wisdom. And God says, fantastic choice. And because Solomon and you and I, many years later, have this wisdom, we're able to discern, we're able to look and see what works for us. And if you watched my video yesterday about anxiety, I said people are anxious because they cannot make a decision. If you have wisdom and you can discern, you can decide for yourself what's fake news, what's real news, what's true, what's not true, what's fact, what's fiction. You can delve into things, you can go deep into things, and you can see for yourself what it is that's meaningful for you in your life. And if you make a mistake, you can say, I made a mistake. If you go down the wrong path, maybe you'd have to take a detour. Maybe you're going to have to go back to the beginning of the path and start again on a different path. That's okay. Trim the sails. Admit mistakes. Don't blame. Say, I made a mistake. I'm fixing my mistake. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. And that last bit is shalom, peace. And shalom has got shin lamed mem, shalem, which means wholeness. When you are at peace, you are whole. When your body is whole, you're at peace. When you get the whole picture, you're at peace. You've seen the whole picture and you've said, this piece is for me, or that piece is for me. Maybe this piece is for me, and you take that piece is for you. We've both seen the whole picture. We've taken out of the picture what's good for us. And if we took something that doesn't work, we put it back and we take something else. And we get peace. We get peace. We get peace of mind. We get wholeness of thinking. And we get this beautiful blessing. May God bless you and protect you. May God deal kindly and graciously with you. May God bestow divine favor upon you and grant you peace. And then we extend that, not just to God. May your husband, your wife, your spouse, your child, your sibling, your parent, your cousin, your friend, your boss, your president, your government, may all of these bless you and protect you. May they all of these that I've just said, deal kindly and graciously with you. May they all give you favor and grant you peace. And in return, may you bless them and protect them. May you deal kindly and graciously with them. May you bestow favor upon them and grant them peace in the symbiotic relationship as we go through this life together, as we find answers for ourselves. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Yi'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Shabbat shalom. May you have all of these blessings now and forevermore. Amen.